Okay, y'all, let's talk about how I lost like almost $700 yesterday. I was in LA. I shouldn't have been trading. I'm not trading today. This was Thursday, February 29th. Let's talk about it. So I got a little overconfident yesterday at the airport board. Okay, this is a 3 a.m. silver bullet session. I thought about trading, but I woke up and I just could not do it. But I was up at the airport, so I marked this out. It never hit. I was sitting at the airport. I marked these 1 hour for everybody got from like 6:50, 7 o'clock before I boarded my plane. And I set this trade. I'm like, ooh, yeah, look at that. When I heard our gap's gonna go to liquidity, boom, overconfident. Didn't even check news. This is why you never check news, but this is why you have a tight stop loss. So I lost 800 on this trade, which would have made me up for the day if I never took this trade. But I was like, whatever, I'm gonna take the trade. I usually trade. Silver bullet, goaded. So we, wait for the first or the second really. Fair value gap in the 1 hour time frame. So there was two every time, but it doesn't like to tap that first one for some reason, which is the one I be wanting. As you see up here, it never tapped me in. It came down. I got in here, made all my money back and then some. So after this trade, this is a 1 to 1.5 from here. I moved my stop loss down above this fair value gap here in case it went up to tap it in. And I almost moved my stop loss up to here because it's the 1.5 kind of from like the new take profit. I mean the new stop loss, but I was like, no, hold it. Boom, 1.5. It hit to make me like $1,050. So I was up 250 on the day after this. So then I had a doctor's appointment and I was like, I'm gonna trade the PM session. So I got in an accidental trade here because this when I was trading on my phone at this point, which is hard because when you go to set a trade, like unlike this, how it's like you can scoot over and see, or even on the iPad, because I traded on the iPad for the first trade, you can see like your levels. All these gray lines are like your entries. I couldn't on my phone. Like this was like full screen. So I was like setting it because this was making a fair value gap. And by the time I set it a little too early and it just came down on me. So I lost like $300 here to put me down -80 on the day because I wanted to go back up to break even before I sold and just start going straight down. So I just sold for an accidental fucking trade, which pissed me off. So then we got this first fair value gap here that I entered off of. No, that I want to enter off of, but as you see, it ran straight down. And then I entered on the second one, and then it stopped me out. There was another one made here if you would have wanted to get back in for this green one that stopped me out, but it would have entered after the hour. So it would just been that was just a wash. That's just a wash day, which I'm not mad at. It's the first loss for this strategy all week. It's been, what is it? It's been like what, 8 and 9. So it was time for a loss anyway. I did not trade today. But yeah, I was kind of mad at this one, or I shouldn't have traded it, or only took this trade, this accidental one, and not the first stupid trade, and I would have been up probably like 200 to 400 on the day. But it is what it is. That's why sometimes even as doing this, I wait for it to bounce and then bounce, come back for right gap, and then go up or break this fully and come down. And it broke this one with a candle close, but this one broke with a wick, so I was not too confident. And even if I got in on this one, because on the 1 minute it tapped into this trade, it went down, and then this candle was the tap into a 1 minute fair value gap instead of making the 5 minute one. But it still didn't even go for a 1 to 2. But I guess if I did, yeah, 1 to 1.5 on the 1 minute, I would have been perfectly fine. I usually do the one right before the 5 because it never lands right on the 5. Sometimes it lands right on the 5 depending on your entry. But see, yeah, so if I was on the 1 minute, and that's why I keep the 1 minute up, but obviously I was on my phone, so I was only on the 5. Um, you see on the 1 minute, boom, fair value got made, tapped. Your entry on the 1 minute probably been something like that. And then your 1 to 5 though would have been, so it still hit. Oh, yep, 1 to 5. So yeah, that's why I kind of have the 1 minute too, because sometimes it taps you on the 1, not the 5. Sometimes it taps you on the 5, not the 1. So, you know me, I like to catch them all. like Pokemon. I don't like to just, even though yes, this would have been a trade you just didn't take. Well, it did tap in on this lower 5 minute, but see how in the 1 minute you could have gotten in. Was there a 1 minute trade? Yeah, the 1 minute line. I love when it aligns like this. See the 1 minute fair value gap is here, and the 5 minute one is here. When it matches like that, ooh, beautiful. When they align, I love that. And that's extra confidence. But yeah, so that happened yesterday. I did not trade today because I was asleep. Let's see, this is overnight. It hit yesterday. I mean, yeah, hit overnight tonight, but it's just hard waking up and then I go to the gym at 7. Unless I wake up and go to the gym after the first New York PM session, but fair value gap, first one tapped in, took it on down. That's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And then today, this is the 1 minute. We had news, but see, you didn't get tapped in here. You got tapped in way up here. And then the 5 minute, what's it look like? In the 5 minute. In the 5 minute, there was nothing on here. Well, no, it probably was one, but it failed because of this strategy, this indicator. Once it fills, yeah. So yeah. But I mean, it would tap you in after. So that's why, like I said, I always have the 1 minute open as well because you know me. Oh, I guess no, we had one on the 5 minute here. You would have gotten at the top of this right gap. I don't know where this is a big candle. Maybe stabilize the middle of this candle. Yeah. So yeah, I guess it did happen this morning. I don't know what I was looking at. But yeah. So I thought about trading PM session, but I am not going to trade today. Sorry to say. I'll come back on Monday. But yeah, that's how I lost money yesterday. Honestly, it would have been a green day if I didn't take the first trade, those accidental trades. But yeah.